know. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, all right. I know it's a little late for this. I should have mentioned this in the first video. But if this camera goes off without me warning, like, see you guys in the next video, that's just because the battery died, and you really can't blame me. I'll try to keep that from happening. Anyways, yeah. In the Four Swords Adventures, here's your only shield you get. It's just a normal shield. Then in Wind Waker, here's your hero shield, which is your family shield in the game, used by the very own hero. And in the game it says you have no connection, but if this is your family shield, and it's used by the hero, then I'm pretty sure you're related to the old hero in the game, which is believed to be the Ocarina of Time, because it tells a legend of someone who went back in time to stop the game. Alright, and then here's your mirror shield, my favorite shield. It basically just reflects light, but really helpful in the game. It's a cool design too. Alright, in the Minish Cap, here is your tiny shield, which is the shield you get, and it actually fits you amazingly. It's literally a tiny shield. Alright, but you're no smaller than Zelda, if I remember. Alright, here's your mirror shield too. This can reflect Octoroks, like they'll spit these little nuts at you, and it can reflect those attacks. Actually, it'll absorb the attack and shoot laser beams out of them. It doesn't really reflect light at all. Alright, and oh yeah, it looks like it's gonna storm, so I'm gonna try to ignore that. Alright, here we go. Now, here's my favorite one, Twilight Princess. Here's the first sword you get. Sorry about that, guys. My throat's getting dry and it's starting to hurt. But anyways, yeah, here's the first sword you get. Sorry about the blurry image. You can't really see the details on it. And even if you weren't looking at the camera, you still can't see it. I mean, most you can see is like some green scribbly lines and an orange dot. Alright, and then after that, you get the Ordon sword, which is the same sword that Russell, the guy who trains you in swordsman, like, it doesn't really tell you about it, except for in the prologue, and it doesn't really show you any time of Link training with him, but they're close friends. And here's the Master Sword, favorite sword, which is what you get. And, like, I really don't have a good picture, but, like, in the Twilight Realm, your Master Sword gets powered up with light to banish Ganondorf, and basically at nighttime it glows, and in the Twilight Realm the blade's orange and sparkling. And when you fight Ganondorf, it's also glowing, sparkling orange. Alright, Phantom Hourglass. Here's Ashu's sword, which is an old man. This is his sword. And you get you find out a password, which I'll go ahead and tell you is 7. Like, it'll ask you that there's a hint. So you go down by the beach, count how many palm trees there are. Just, exit the cave, go down by the beach, talk to Ashu a little bit or something, and then go back in the cave and type in 7. Actually, exit and go to Ashu, then down to the beach. Just go back in the cave and just put in 7. You don't have to count them, as I told you. Here's the Phantom Sword. You need 3 pure metals, which will be formed into a blade by Zazu, who kind of looks like Ganondorf. That's weird. And you need the Phantom Hourglass with this. So, and Ashu turns it to this using his magical abilities. Now here's Ocarina of Time, my third favorite. Here's your Kokiri sword for young Link, which is more like a dagger to adult Link. Actually, it just looks like a dagger to young Link too, but it's apparently a sword for him. Here's your Master Sword, awesome. And your Big Goron sword. It is as big as adult Link, and it's two-handed, so your shield's gonna stay on your back, and you'll just bend down on your one knee and your foot. You just kind of bend down and holding the Big Goron sword in one hand for some reason. I don't know how that works, but it's 2 times stronger than the Master Sword. And the only difference between that and a Giant's knife, which looks the same, is the Giant knife can break. Alright, now to shields. Your wooden shield and Ordon shield. That's actually the first shield you get, and it can burn, so if it does, you go to the shop and buy that, which can also burn. And you buy it again, and again. But I suggest you try to when you get to the second temple, which is where mine burned for my first file, but, in my others it hasn't burned yet. But, I learned my lesson. You can get a Highland shield before you go to the second temple, buying it for 20 or 40 rupees. I suggest you get that and use it for that temple. Then, if you want, you can use your Ordon shield throughout the rest of the game. Just try not to get it burned. That way you don't have to buy that. I mean, if that gets burned, you're going to end up buying that. But I suggest using this throughout throughout that at least second dungeon. You can wear this the rest of the game, which is a good idea because there's going to be Beamos, which will burn it, even when you're not in the second temple, which is full of fire. I carry this throughout the game, and it's cooler style, and it goes better with the Master Sword. It's just a better style for the Master Sword too. I mean, that's just my theory. Alright, anyways, Phantom Hourglass, your wooden shield. Sorry, blurry image. No, you can't see the details. Alright, now, in Ocarina of Time, your Deku shield, which can which can burn, and you can always buy another one, unlike that, which is so unfair. But there's only been made one of these. I can't really blame that. Nintendo made that, but I still like it. Alright, then there's your Highland Shield, which again goes better. Like the Highland Shield is better style for your Master Sword. They make a good match. I mean, that's just me. You can wear whatever you want between the two. Now you can use this as a kid, but it would just like stay on your back. You can't hold it with one arm, and you can't use that as an adult Link. But you can use that as adult Link, but not as kid Link. And this is basically a mirror shield. In the game, it can reflect light and absorb, like the last boss you'll face in the Spirit Temple, Kom and Kotake. It could, when they're like separated, they'll fuse together and become one. But like when they're separated, it will reflect their attacks. And basically, if one shoots fire at you, you can actually, it will reflect off your shield, and you can move around that beam and make sure you hit the ice switch. I think it's Kotake. Alright, and same thing with the ice one. She shoots an ice beam at you, use your shield and reflect it, and make sure it hits the fire one, which I think is Kom. When they merge together, basically they'll throw out like a fireball or ice ball. They could throw out a fireball 3 times, it'll go in your shield. By about the 3rd time, it'll like reflect and shoot out a beam, and it'll hit them. And then, like 3 ice balls, it'll become ice and hit them. Now, sometimes they'll throw out like a fireball, then ice ball. So if that absorbs, then you will start, you'd have to like, if you want to use fire, you'll have to absorb 3 fireballs again. Because then you'll start absorbing ice balls. So, you know, if you have like 2 fireballs already absorbed, and they throw out an ice ball, avoid it until they shoot out another fireball. If you have 2 ice balls absorbed in, they throw a fireball, avoid it.
Which one is this one?
Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I remember this one joke. It's like reflection attack. Oh, my face! I just saw my reflection. I'm ugly. I saw that from Adam West Lapdog's abridged Ocarina of Time. Dude, if you're watching this, I'd like to say you're hilarious, man. That was freaking hilarious. I swear, that was awesome. Anyways.
Navi, they did a Dragon Ball Z. We must combine our powers.
Oh God, no. We must use our bodies to combine our powers. Oh God, no. Again, that was from Adam. Double strength indeed. Well, doesn't that mean that doubles your life? Oh crap. Curse you 300... Age, whatever. Curse you 340 years, 48, not sure which. But yeah, that was again Adam West Lapdog, which dude, again, you're hilarious. I'm gonna have to get some tips on what to say for our abridged series.
This is my abridged series.
Actually mine. You can do your own. Oh, our. Okay, how about that? We'll both do it. Yeah, who'd be playing? I'll do most of the voice. I think.
You won't have to do the voice. Yes. If I'm the one.
Okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video because this is running low on time.